All right, beautiful people. Good morning. We're digging into some scalp strategies, and I wanted to give some examples and show you how I do what I do. So, this is going to be me scalping on SDC. All right, so this is a play. It's got some volume coming in, squeezing a little bit here, doing its thing. Looks promising. Hasn't moved a ton, so still has a lot of potential. Just hide these meeting controls and drive me insane. Boom. Perfect. All right. So right now what I'm doing is it pulled back. I'm watching the charts. It looks like it's reversing and about to head higher. So I'm going to start building my position here very slowly. All right. So wait for it. Wait for it. When I see a lot of green coming on the time and sales flying in, but the price hasn't moved yet, is usually a good sign it's about to move. We got some nice wicks forming right here. So I'm going to start my position here at 697. So I grabbed, let's see what this picked up here. But right now I'm just trading some at the money calls at $6 for about 2 weeks out. So they should move similar to how the stock moves here. High delta. Now, I just watch and wait. Now, if it pulls back a little, but I still see a lot of promise in it continuing to go higher, I might add to it here. But for right now, I just started my position and see the red come in. It's kind of testing 7. 7's been some resistance in the past. We'll see how it does pushing through there. I'm adding a little bit here. If it were to drop below 690 with any type of strength, I mean, other than like a flash below, I would be stopped out. All right, so when I'm scalping, I have it tight. And so my scalps are, I don't even want to know if they're technically, if a scalper would call them scalps. So they may last a little bit longer than a scalp. You know, sometimes a scalp is in and out within like pennies and seconds. My scalp may kind of turn into a day trade here, so we'll see. So when I'm seeing those red flashes on the time and sales, that's making me nervous a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. It's not too bad right now. And the market just opened, so it's pretty volatile. I'm really expecting this thing to rip higher, so that's why I'm gonna keep waiting for him. Just not gonna wait too long and fuck my day up. Especially while ATER is ripping over there. I got a position there too. Here we go. So now quick scalp, I could sell right here. Boom, it's a VWAP. It's kind of testing a dangerous area for it. So I could sell right here, but I'm not going to yet. Still has a lot of buying strength here. I may actually add a couple calls here. So I'm not jumping in my position all at once. This would probably a true deformed scalp. I would just jump in and out all at once in, all at once out, but that is not my style. A little bit of history on me. I started with day trading. Well, I started with investing long term, and I built up some good wins there. And I was like, how do I get more wins faster? So I started day trading and learned a lot about reading charts. and, getting in at the right point, getting out at the right point, taking profits, how the market moves on a day-to-day, minute-to-minute basis. And then when the pandemic hit, I didn't love shorting stocks. I do short stocks, but I didn't love it. I was okay at it. And then I found options, and the pandemic's hitting. And I already knew about options, but I really started studying them and finding out how to use them. And as I did that, I made a lot of money. A lot of money transitioning into options, and then learning a lot along the way. So one thing that's happened to me several times is I've taken my account from $100,000 to $250,000 within a very short period of time. And then I'll start trying to trade off the $250,000 account instead of a $100,000 account. Almost every time I drop it back to 100,000, I lose everything because of just learning how to manage new position sizes and things like that. So I'm at resistance. If this was a true scalp, a true fast day trade, I got shit to do today. I could get out right now. So we got in at 691, right? 697 maybe. And we're at 713. So that's a change of 16 points ish. If we really wanted to wait, we could wait for this thing to top out around like 730 and try and get a good 20, 30 points out of it. Now, if we did that, you just constantly keep flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping. The way to do this with options now is, so I bought calls at the bottom. So as it starts to top out or I start getting nervous, I could just add a small put position in here. Puts are going to be cheaper premium too, because it's going up. So they're not as in high demand. People aren't jumping on the puts, but I could just grab a little insurance here. See those wicks forming at the top there, though. I don't love that. This is just on the 1 minute, though, so we are going kind of fast. If you see on the 5 minute, we're over resistance. We're at the lower level of this channel here, and it has some room to run up to 8. So if you're looking at a little bit big picture, a little bit longer term, this boy still looks pretty good. If you were just trying to day trade, scalp in and out, I would start moving out of the position here. And you can always re-enter it again at VWAP or a little bit below or wherever you can. And so right now with this quick scalp in and out, I was able to grab 16 contracts. I'm up 20% on 16 contracts. And that's just because I'm building a position in and out of it. So quick 20%, quick $400 for the day. I could be done for the day, and that's a good day's work for most people. Right, but you have to be able to read the chart patterns. You have to be able to see these wicks forming. You have to know what to look for in terms of your VWAP, watching your RSI, watching volume. So when this RSI gets way overbought is usually when I'm going to take profits on something like this. I'm a little too ADD to actually be good at scalping or day trading, bro. I usually, when I would day trade, I would day trade like 3 to 4 positions at a time. I can't do just one. I'll get bored. But that's it. You see it. It's all about watching, paying attention to very few names, focusing on them, watching the tape. You can use level 2 and see the order book here. That might help you out some. But watching the tape to really see how momentum's moving, watching the RSI to see how momentum's moving, watching the candles, watching the charts, just paying attention to VWAP, hoping it stays above it here. If it breaks below it, we set a stop loss. You could also set a trailing stop loss on these. So I'm up 20%. If I go down 2%, then it would pick it up, something like that. Bitcoin bouncing here, that's a good sign. All right, so that's how you scalp. You get in low. So now I forgot to say one thing. If you have a small account, so if you're under $25,000 and you want to scalp, you're going to have to leg into a spread. And what I would do there is essentially, so let's use SDC as an example. I was buying 10 $6 SDC calls at the open, or at the opening pullback anyways. And now I would sell, all you have to do is sell a different striked call against your call instead of selling your actual call, and it won't count as a day trade. That's the big trick, right? And there's more videos in my channel or wherever. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe, please. But I would go ahead and sell. So we got $6 calls for $1.10, and they're $1.65 now. But the $8 calls are getting close to $1, so they're 90 cents. So I could essentially sell the $8 call, and then my net debit of what I paid to get into this play would be a total of 20 cents a share, or $20. However, if this goes to $8 and holds at or above $8, I'm gonna profit $200 on the spread that I've created. Now, if you don't want to go that far out, you could just maybe sell the $7 call. That's 115 right now, and so you make an instant $5 per contract profit. But then also, if this thing keeps going up over the week, or if it stays where it's at, if it trades sideways or goes up or goes down a little bit from here, no matter what, you still have $100 spread between 6 and 7. So you would end up doubling your money there. So there's a few different ways that you can scalp or trade in and out. I typically use the day trading strategy of where to enter and where to exit as my way of trading options and getting good entry points. So I work it together, but I don't necessarily stick to a time frame for when I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell when it's hitting my targets or it's not doing what I expected it to do blatantly, and I could see that. So I always enter with a plan. You should always enter with a plan too. If you would have entered this with us this morning, we would have been in at 697, I believe it was. And if you would have exited when I said you might want to, you'd be at around 720. So, but me personally, I'm going to hold this. It's not technically scalping. So if I was a scalper by trade, I would have sold already. I'm going to hold this right here though at this support level. If it breaks underneath it, I'm going to sell for break even. But I don't think that's going to happen because it seems like the volume is picking up here. Let's give this baby maybe like 3 or 4 more minutes tops. Try to keep my videos nice and short. I got a short attention span, and I guess I just assume everybody else does too. You see right now it's holding our previous support level, so that's a good sign. Come on, baby. Let me get a ripper here. A ripper so I can be done with this play. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit here. That's another thing too. You can sell some up here, take some profits, or sell some out of the money calls here and let the rest ride. It's always a safe way to play it. See that this yellow line here is a VWAP. It's a volume weighted average price. So that's about what people have been paying for today. We wanted to rocket above that. We want people to be willing to pay more today in general. Also got some calls over here from last week, still hanging tight in here. Keep adding here. Got some calls here, got a lot of calls here. It's baby ripping good. We're gonna add to this position too. Oh, they're already getting price targets. Nice. Good attention there right off the bat. Check back in on SDC one more time. See this baby give us a breakout yet. We want to see this baby rip. Let her rip. All right, I'm out, guys. That's the best I got for you. I hope this gives you some idea of scalping. If you have questions, please comment down below or reach out to me and ask, because I know this shit like the back of my hand, but I don't always know what you don't know. So I don't know what people want taught. So when somebody says, teach me how to scalp, it's like, what do you know about scalping to begin with? Do you know how to read a chart? Do you know how to enter a position? Do you know your indicators? Do you know VWAPs? Do you know fucking support and resistance? Do you know what a stock is? Like, I don't know where people are coming from, where they're starting out at. So it helps me if I know that to best tailor the content to you guys. So let me know if you have any questions, or let me know your scalping strategy. Hey, that's not how I do it. I do it this way. And we all just want to learn from each other here and build with each other and grow. So happy to have y'all with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Stay tuned, play it safe. This market's acted real crazy this September. So I always say, people say Septembers are for shorting. Then you also have the adage that never short a boring market. This market is boring as shit right now. So on one hand, it's like you should short in September, and the other hand, they're like you never should short it when it's this boring. So I'm just scalping. I'll scalp short positions, I'll scalp long positions, but I'm just going to be in for short periods of time, in and out, taking my profits on with my day. That's my goal for this month. So hope this helped you out. I hope y'all with me. Have a great rest of your day. Get some fucking money and let's go. Peace.